Okay, guys, so the first episode of Secret Invasion dropped on Disney Plus, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it. But before I dive into the good and the bad and everything, my thoughts on the Secret Invasion idea to be on Disney Plus, to me, I never thought was a good idea. I've always felt like Secret Invasion should have been an entire phase with it capping off with a Secret Invasion Avengers movie. I never really liked this idea of a Disney Plus series, although I do like the fact that, judging by the trailers, it has more of a Winter Soldier espionage type of feeling, and I really appreciate that. But I always felt like Secret Invasion was too big for a series. Like, it had to be an entire phase. But unfortunately, that's not the world that we live in. We did get a Secret Invasion series instead of that phase that I was really hoping that they would just capitalize on. But my overall thoughts of the first episode is this. Look, I'm gonna get this out of the way right away, and that is the controversy about the opening intro and people complaining because it's AI illustrated art. I think this is a non-issue, and I think people are complaining just to complain because it's Marvel, and they want to complain because it's Marvel and Disney. It fit the tone of the series, and that's what's really important. It didn't take me out. I don't care, and I really don't think the average person even noticed or even cared as well. So with that said, jumping into the first episode, I really again appreciate the tone, the Winter Soldier Russo brother type tone that the series is kind of having, and I like that. It starts off very well with Ross getting some information on possible Skrull and the fact that Skrulls are living on Earth and the possible war that they're trying to take over the planet, and it ends up with this chase scene. Ross gets shot and he's actually a Skrull. This leads to Nick Fury coming back down, and then Talos, played by Ben Middleton, comes back, and there's this whole thing about who's really a Skrull. There's this other Skrull trying to take over. He's planting bombs, and there's this real mystery going on, and that's something I really appreciated. I appreciated that there was no jokes in this show, that it was all serious. We're starting to find out what Fury was doing this entire time since his Avengers Endgame, and we're starting to realize like he's really suffering from the loss of being dusted, and everything that happened with Thanos he really takes personally, and he's still suffering the aftermath of being one of the ones that were dusted at the end of Infinity War. To be honest with you, I just enjoyed the episode a lot, and I really like how they finished it off with a death of a major character with Maria Hill, who I've been a fan of since the very first Avengers movie. The fact that they actually had the balls to pull that off, and her not being a Skrull, because I thought they were going to turn away and she was going to be a Skrull, but that wasn't the fact. And I really enjoyed that they were able to, no pun intended, pull the trigger on something like that. And this really felt like an HBO series. This felt like Andor, where Andor was a Star Wars series, but it felt like it was something that you would see on HBO, not Disney Plus. This felt the same way. This felt like Andor. It felt like it belonged on HBO. I thought Emilia Clarke, playing Talos's daughter, Ben Middleton's daughter, I think she did a very good job. I don't know where that character is going to go, how she's going to develop, because right now she's kind of working both sides. Like, she's conflicted. We find out from the death of her mother, Talos's wife passed away, so there's just like this whole thing that we're trying to unravel. Meanwhile, we see Rhodey in Washington, and he's telling the president like, hey, Fury went AWOL, Maria Hill, they're like gone. He's telling Rhodey to fix it, find them, and then we're just gonna see where that goes. But right now, as a first episode, as a pilot episode, I enjoyed this a lot, which I know a lot of people might not, and that's up to them, but I enjoyed it a lot because it's a more serious based show. It doesn't have stupid jokes like She-Hulk and dumb CGI. Like, this feels like they actually took time and they actually cared, and that's what I appreciate. I really don't have any negatives other than I still think that this should have been an entire phase with its own Avengers movie at the end. But with that said, that's nothing that I can control. I am just a consumer, just watching what they put out, and I have to be honest with you, I enjoyed it. It definitely has me wanting to see what's going to happen, and hopefully there's some more ramifications of who exactly is a scroll, who's not a scroll. Was Ross actually a scroll this entire time? Is the real Ross kidnapped somewhere? Like, I don't know. I actually want to know more about this. So I really enjoyed that aspect of this show, and I really enjoyed the first episode a lot. But I want to know what you guys think. Have you seen the first episode of Secret Invasion? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? What are some of the things that does not involve the AI intro that you did not like? Put those comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.